a day after a big setback in the U.S. Supreme Court over its ruling against his signature tariff program. President Donald Trump announced he will raise a temporary tariff on U.S. imports from all countries from 10% to 15%. Earlier, Trump ordered an immediate 10% tariff on all imports after the Supreme Court's verdict. Announcing the revised rate on Truth Social, Trump said he would implement the full 15% tariff. Trump also said that during the 150-day period, his administration will work on issuing new and legally permissible tariffs. Trump's latest move adds to the uncertainty following the Supreme Court ruling on Friday that were struck down sweeping tariffs imposed by his administration. India faced a 25% reciprocal tariff from the United States last year, which was later increased to 50% after Trump imposed an additional 25% duty over Russian oil imports. In February this year, Trump announced a reduction in reciprocal tariffs on India to 18% after the two countries agreed on a framework for an interim trade deal.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday said he will raise a temporary tariff from 10% to 15% on U.S. imports from all countries, the maximum level allowed under the law. The move is in response to the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to invalidate his previous tariff program that it said exceeded his authority as president.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing.
The new levies are grounded in a separate law known as Section 122 that allows tariffs up to 15%, but requires congressional approval to extend them after 150 days. Trump, in a social media post, said he would use that period to work on issuing other legally permissible tariffs. French President Emmanuel Macron on Saturday weighed in on the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling.
First, I think this invites everyone to reflect. It doesn't seem bad to have Supreme Courts and therefore a rule of law. For those who think Supreme Courts create problems in political life, a Supreme Court looked at the Constitution and said, this is not in line with the Constitution. Now everyone says this is great. There you go. It's good to have checks and balances in democracies.
Trump has shown little sign of backing off his global trade war. In the hours since the court's 6-3 decision, he has attacked individual justices in personal terms and insisted he retained the power to impose tariffs as he sees fit.